guys! Today I want to show you all of my unfinished series that I have to catch up on. This is actually part 1 of a 3 video series in which I will talk about all of my unfinished series. I put them into 3 categories and just decided to do them in separate videos because otherwise it would have been one very long video and I didn't want to edit that. And also you wouldn't have wanted to watch that. So today I want to talk about all of my unfinished series that I have to catch up on. And this includes not only series that are finished but I personally have not finished reading, but also all of the series that are not finished where I would still have to catch up on books anyway. So if there was a new book coming out right now, I wouldn't be able to finish it because I haven't read the book before that or the book before that and so on. I think you will get what I'm saying. Let's just get into the books. So the first series is the Outlander series, of which I have read the first 4 books, and I think at this current state there are 4 books published that I would have to catch up on. As I said, I read the first 4 books, being Outlander, which is the first book that I do not own. Then there is Dragonfly and Ember, Voyager, and lastly, Drums of Autumn, which, yes, in case you're new, this is what inspired my username. The next series we have is the Ugly series by Scott Westerfeld, and I actually wanted to include this in my finished series because originally I wanted to only read these 3 books. There is a 4th book in the series, but it is more of a companion novel and I wasn't really sure, but now I do feel like I want to read this at some point in my life, so I just decided to include it in the unfinished series. So I have read the kind of original trilogy, which is Uglies, Pretties, and then Specials, and I really like this dystopian trilogy, and I think it's one of the trilogies that you should really read if you like dystopian. I would definitely classify it with the Hunger Games and stuff because of its unique concept. It's not as good, but the concept is really interesting. Next we have the Match trilogy by Ali Condi. I have read the first 2 books, being Matched and Crossed, and the 3rd book, Reached, is definitely one that I have been putting off for a long time, but I do want to read at some point. I enjoyed Matched quite a lot. I thought it had another very interesting dystopian concept, but the 2nd book was really awful and boring, and so I wasn't motivated to read the 3rd book at all in the last few years basically. But I do plan on finishing the trilogy because it's still easy to get through, and as I said, I like the concept and I think that the 3rd book is probably going to be okay and not as bad as the 2nd one. Next is the Miss Peregrine's trilogy by Ransom Riggs, and I've read Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children and Hollow City. I also already own the 3rd book, Library of Souls, and I'm pretty sure I will get to this in the next month or something. These are kind of slow for me, so it's not a high priority, but I think I will finish this very soon. Then we have the Geek Girl series by Holly Smale. I've read the first 2 books, being Geek Girl, and the other one I think was Model Misfit. I really love the series, but I am not that into it that I want to spend lots of money on it. It's just not a high priority. Next we have the 5th Wave by Rick Yancey, of which I have read the first book, The 5th Wave, and I enjoyed it, but it wasn't that special for me, so I kind of been putting off reading the 2nd book, which is The Infinite Sea, and I think that the last book is the Death Star, which comes out this year. So I think this might be something that I will pick up this year. Then we have the Addicted/Calloway Sisters series by Becca and Christy Ritchie. I have only read the first book in this, which is Addicted to You, and I definitely think I enjoyed it enough to want to continue with this. But it is new adult, which is not one of my all-time favorite genres, so it doesn't have a high priority as well. But I do like the whole concept because it consists of like one main trilogy and then I think 2 other kind of spin-off duologies or trilogies. Yeah, if I ever feel in the mood for it, I will definitely go back to these books. And the last series that I have to catch up on is the Numbers trilogy by Rachel Ward. I have read the first book, Numbers, and I also own the 3rd book already, which is Numbers Infinity. The 2nd book would be Numbers Chaos, I think, and I'm basically just waiting for this to be somewhere available as a used copy, and as soon as I get this one I think I would just finish the trilogy pretty fast. These are really short books and I enjoyed the first one and I'm interested to see where the trilogy is going. So this definitely has a kind of high priority but nothing that I want to spend like full price on. These were all of my unfinished series that I want to catch up on. Definitely stay tuned for the other 2 parts and I guess I'll see you soon. Bye!